Ladies and gentlemen, I got the two cats with me. We took a trip into town. I had to get them another temporary home. The other one I had for them, I bought it, but it was cracked. And I couldn't have no cats that were hooked on crack, so I had to take it back. Now, I missed it. I literally was trying to figure it out. I could not figure out exactly what was going on. Because, the so-called Republicrats always talk about immigration. Whenever they put one of their minions in office, they always talk about immigration. Now, this is a country that was built on prejudice, and so it's okay for some of y'all to think that people from other countries don't belong here. That's the problem with this world. Nobody owns anything. None of this stuff was created by anybody, so there is no ownership rights. Now, you can't tell that to people because people won't get it. They think they own their car. They think they own their lives. You didn't create nothing, so you have no ownership rights. Adverse possession, pay attention, is a statutory. It's not even common law. The reason why it was common law, because everything is created by a creator. We didn't create anything, so we have no rights to ownership. But enough about that. Let's talk about why all of a sudden they want to go after people who are from other countries. Remember, they're undocumented. Pay attention to the word document. Now, you talked about that before, so we already know they were creating these documents and creating bonds and everything. We already know about that. Tell us something we don't know. You see, I get so sick and tired. Karen, shut up. I apologize. She always gotta speak up and man, her and Bill. Man, I can't stand neither one of them two. Lord have mercy. Let me tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why they're going after the so-called undocumented people and arresting them and putting them through all of this stuff, it's real simple. And I mean, it is real simple. I was listening to a comedian known as Ralphie May. Ralphie May passed away a couple of years ago. But Ralphie May, without all of his vulgarness, was pretty hilarious. Not funny. He was not funny. He was hilarious. I joke with you not. And the only problem is he was unapologetic. Okay? But he was hilarious. Well, Ralphie May was, in 2003, talking about gas prices being $2.36 a gallon. Y'all remember that? Because I don't. It's been a long time since I paid $2 and something a gallon. I have to go to a different state to see those prices. If I drive 75 miles from my house, gasoline is $1 less a gallon. 75 miles I have to drive to get $3.75. Okay? So why are they going after them? Ladies and gentlemen, in 2003, gasoline was under $2.50. And they were talking about gas prices going up to $8, and we almost got close. We got to over $6 here in California a year ago. Okay, so, but they always create a crisis, raise prices, and then bring the price back down a little bit, but never back to where it was before the so-called crisis. Look at eggs. Look at the price of eggs. Price of eggs have never gone back down. Look, here's the thing. We produce so much milk in this country that we throw away so much milk. Well, cheese comes from milk. So why is cheese so expensive if we have so much of an oversupply? Cheese is so expensive because they created a market. And that market gets to be dictated as to what they want the price to be, because they got to look after their shareholders. Because Congress made it mandatory that a company's best interest must be on behalf of its shareholders, not on behalf of the public. They don't care about you. Michael Jackson said it. Now, hold on now. Let me make sure y'all understand, because it's very important. the prices going up. They have to make America weak. Why? Because China is the next economic power. They told y'all this back in the 80s. That was the plan. In 2012, they told y'all United States was going to be the industrial part of the world. No longer the economic part of the world. That they were going to make so many areas off limits. Aren't they starting to do that right now? Go ahead. Look at what they did to Altadena, and look at what they did to, Palos Verdes and Zuma Beach and Malibu. Don't think that's not intentional. Look at what they did to Hawaii. Okay? Don't think it's not intentional. Everybody, look, hold on now. Don't take my word for it. Go back and look at the satellite footage before all of those fires. They have satellites, and when a satellite does something unique, like shoot a laser toward the Earth, other satellites pick that stuff up and record it. They have the recordings. So it ain't my imagination, it ain't no conspiracy theory, it's what actually has taken place. Gotta love it. This is the world in which we live. This is the world in which we live. You, me, everybody. Sorry, give me a second. Because I got the cats here, I need to make sure they get air on them. Because the air was situated to blow only on me. And so they sitting and chilling. They actually sleep. Now, we still haven't gotten to the point. Well, would you just get there? God, I got things to do. Look, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why they're going after the Hispanics, they could go out, well, they're going after Haitians and other people. Yeah, that's camouflage. That's a smokescreen. That's for y'all to think that it ain't toward one group. They're definitely going after Hispanic people. Sorry, I just passed two bikers and I was checking to make sure that they didn't need any help. And he gave me the head nod, like everything's all right. And I told him, I know who Naughty by Nature is. Well, anywho, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why they're going after Hispanic individuals, Latin individuals, is because they're the ones, pay attention, who pick your fruits and vegetables. California is an agricultural state. I just passed by a couple of wineries. We have a lot of wineries around here. And ain't nobody out there. Ain't the actual Caucasians are out there. But the ones who vine dressers and all of that stuff, the ones who take care of the fields, they're not there. You don't see not a single one. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all don't get it, do y'all? That means higher gas prices. That means higher gas prices. Sorry, there was a sheriff vehicle sitting in a cut. He's waiting for somebody to come up this hill doing more than the speed limit. And, you know, even the angle that he's parked at is kind of stupid. But it's a good thing that this afternoon I'm taking my time. I'm not in a rush. And there are no other cars coming, so I can't let him know that he's back there waiting for him in the cut. But I'm taking my time. When I passed him, I was literally doing the exact speed limit of 55. Normally I do 5 miles over, but I'm not in a rush. I'm actually enjoying my afternoon. Okay? I am literally cruising and taking my time, and this is probably the second most enjoyable trip that I've had where I could just relax this year. I don't like driving anymore, but I can tell you that I am not in a rush. It's going on 12 o'clock. My next meeting is 15 minutes till 3, and then another meeting at 3. So I got more than 3 hours to kill before my meeting. Yay! And then I'll start back working on the paperwork tomorrow morning, because tomorrow is going to be a very long day. And because of that, woohoo! Today is the day. But getting back to this, ladies and gentlemen, watch and see how your vegetable prices go up during the winter. Watch and see how wine and jellies, you guys have no idea the amount of things that are made from grapes. You have no idea of the amount of things that are made from grapes. Watch and see how high the prices go, because they're going to talk about labor. They're going to talk about undocumented workers being the only ones who would do the job. They keep bringing up that drama. They're the only ones who will do the job. No, they're the only ones who will do the job because y'all decide y'all going to pay them pennies. That's why you can't get nobody in the fields. Because you've decided that you want to make maximum profits and pay very little labor costs. So, ladies and gentlemen, they're going after the Latins on purpose because they need to take that money out of your pocket. That's why you're still paying the high prices on everything. Look, inflation hasn't gone down. That idiot is saying, he's cured inflation. He hasn't cured anything. That thing is terminal. It's on its deathbed. And he's talking about he cured something. So, they gave you guys $9 trillion. They gave y'all $9 trillion. You had better believe there's nothing we can stop now. Wow, just realize. I'm sorry. You had best believe that they need the prices to go up because they need you guys. They need to get access to all of that extra $9 trillion that's still remaining out there in society. Go ahead. Look at your bank account. Look at how it's depleted and you're not able to replenish it. They keep promising and promising, we're going to get reparations and I literally can't stand those people. Donald Trump is doing this and he's doing that. He's doing a whole lot of stuff. Well, he's cleaning a swamp. He's draining it. Really? He's draining it? That must be a slow drain. Somebody better go get some Roto-Rooter. Somebody better go and call the plumber because his drainage is really clogged because he ain't draining nothing. Go ahead, take a look. He said that he's cleaning things up. What evidence? What evidence? But that's what he says. So I guess we have to take him at his word. No, we don't. He ain't never been good at giving that stuff. All right, that's what I wanted to tell y'all. Now, it's going to be a minute because I am one turn. Hold on now. That's one turn. I had to set the phone down. Hold on now. That was one turn. I've been down. Gotta go. See, that was two turns. And that's the third one.